actually an investment into your career. What did I say? Hermit energy, mastery in isolation. Virgo for December 2023. So Virgo for December 2023, you really need to make a commitment to clear your head, really needing to get into meditation, but not in the sense of trying to receive information, but actually to clear your head. Create a new canvas to sweep away all the words, all your thoughts off the paper so there's only white paper. See your thoughts as a typewriter or writing in a journal, and then while you're meditating, take an eraser and erase all those thoughts. Be that in December, you're really in your head a lot. Rather than reprogramming your thoughts, which is essentially just replacing one thought to another, or replacing one affirmation, one belief for another affirmation. This is essentially just getting to a clearness. This isn't replacing thought. This is completely eradicating any thought. You're starting from zero. You're starting from the Fool. You're starting from before even becoming infancy, before you have a mind, and coming out of the womb, where when we're coming out of the womb, we're already, even in the womb, we're already absorbing the energy of our mother and our generational that's connected to the mother. So this is essentially just clearing it all out. Think of it as rebooting your computer. That's completely rebooting anew. You're creating a new system. You're creating a new computer. You're not overwriting. You're completely clearing your head. Right now, you're working on something, but this can also be, you're kind of in this hermit energy where you're kind of just working, you're in your hole, you're in your studio, you're in your space, and you're kind of just grinding away. And this is also, you're repeating, even if this is the card of the maker, of the creator. I see the Eight of Pentacles as the artist, but it's also repetition, which Virgos are very good at, and being in the detail, and kind of, it's mastering one thing and then being able to, once you master that one creation physically, you're able to just print out the same thing over and over again, kind of like a computer. And this repetition where you're able to kind of project out into the world your creation, the physical creations, in a kind of printer way, where you're able to just like create it out into the world. You're able to just multiply your creations because they are the same thing. But this is why it's important to master the first creation, because she's on a computer, so I'm getting like graphic designer. You master that one thing on the computer, and then it's kind of passive income, where once you master that one thing becomes passive income for you, because you don't have to continuously keep creating that one thing over and over again. You're not doing the same amount of work for each pentacle, because essentially you're putting more work, more detail, more effort into that one thing, and that one thing is the thing that's actually creating all the pentacles for you. Because you can see she actually is only having to maybe make a draft and then edit it a little bit on her tablet, because once we master that one thing, we're able to kind of print out or recreate that same thing over and over again, because we've already mastered that one thing, and we're able to easily just keep doing it over and over again. So this is about detail, repetition, diligence, and kind of commitment to putting out the same thing that's going to give you rewards. You're just grinding, and you're fully in the mode of there are no distractions, and you're able to focus on your creation and keep making the same thing over and over again because it works. Creation mode, focused on your pentacles, and there might be a sense of people are trying to grab for your attention this month, Virgo, and you're kind of having to prioritize your pentacles, your wealth, your work. So I see that right now you're kind of prioritizing your work, passive income possibly. You might have many distractions that might come up for you in regards of people or friends or people wanting and kind of needing to discipline yourself. And it almost, this Eight of Pentacles in this card kind of gives me the Hermit energy, where you're isolating yourself from the city, from distractions, from people, from socialization, and you're focusing on yourself and a task. But the thing about the Eight of Pentacles, like I said, it's not about putting the same energy into each pentacle, because honestly, all you need to do is focus on that one pentacle, and then you're able to reprint it as passive income. But that's why it's important to put into the detail, put into the routine, putting that pentacle, that project into your routine, so you're able to create that passive income in your life. What you will need to do in with the Seven of Wands is you're gonna need to what are your priorities? So you're gonna have to create boundaries. You're gonna have to prioritize what's important to you in regards to your passion and to relationships. You might have to be direct with people on where your priorities are, and like some individuals might not be a priority for you, or some passions might not be a priority for you. You might be a multi-passionate individual where you have multifaceted interests, but it might be that you're gonna have to discipline yourself in what you need to focus on in December in order to make passive income, in order to make that money. So you're gonna have to look at what your interests are and how you want to create wealth in your life, and really discipline yourself from the world, from people trying to get in your energy, or just discipline yourself in the sense of realizing which passion of yours is actually an investment into your career, because Pentacles is about career, it's about money, it's about the physical realm. Virgo, oh my god, what did I say? Hermit energy. Yeah, so you're definitely in this Hermit energy right now, Virgo. It's clocking out of the city. It's cooping yourself up in your studio apartment. It's prioritizing, because there's a passion that is going to make you the big bucks. You determining what is important to you, and then isolating yourself to only prioritizing yourself to those things. So this could be relationships in the sense of Seven of Wands, where you're putting boundaries to individuals that are important to you. I'm not seeing relationships. I'm seeing with the Eight of Pentacles and the Hermit, I'm seeing that this has to do with your career. This has to do with money. This has to do with circulating passive income into your life. But in order to do that, there's a sense of mastery in isolation in order to then cultivate that one thing, able to make itself wealth for you. You really have to close your books, like closing yourself to the knowledge of others and only focusing on what your priorities are. So this is really isolating yourself to what is important to you, and not being influenced by other people's, oh, you should do this, oh, you should do that, oh, you should do this, and really going into your own knowledge. With the Seven of Wands and the Hermit, this is also letting me know that in December, Virgo, there might be people trying to influence you, social media, the news, where you might feel the world is directing you into one way, and you really have to connect to your higher vision for your life. In order to do that, you need to close the books, you need to close the laptop, and connect to your inner self, your inner intuition. And sometimes that means we have to, for a moment, create boundaries with individuals and connect to ourselves again in order to figure out what we should be focusing on. But I feel right now, Virgo, in December, it's definitely going to be wealth for you and figuring out what your priorities are. In order to do that, you're going to have to, you might be moved to isolating yourself. And especially with make a commitment to clear your head. This could be a lot of people are in your energy trying to influence you on what you should be doing. But it's important to, in a moment, always connect to your inner selves, to your own path. Star, the hermit, retreating, isolating, creating boundaries in order to create wealth. And really, with the Eight of Pentacles and the hermit, it's retreating in order to master something, in order to have the time to actually make something, make a name for yourself in regards to the Pentacles, where you're putting a business out there, or you're creating a logo, or you're creating something out of repetition. You're going to have to watch out because we have the Seven of Wands with the Hermit in between these, Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So I'm seeing this is someone rushing in, and there's going to be boundaries. There's someone rushing in with lots of passion, just another wand. And I think people are getting in your energy too much, and you're getting tired of people telling you what to do with your life, and you're getting in your power of you're prioritizing what's important to you. And right now, what's important to you is your pentacles, your wealth, and also of mastering yourself, of mastering something physically, where you're physically creating something with your hands, be it graphic design, or be it drawing, or be it actually sculpting something with your hands in the traditional Eight of Pentacles. But this is actually formulating something into the real world. In order to do that, you have to retreat. But I'm seeing there is going to be a Knight of Wands that comes rushing in. And the Knight of Wands is often seen as someone that has a very passionate energy, but it's like goes in and goes out. And so you might be tired of kind of people coming in and out of your life, telling you what to do and then rushing out, kind of on and off energy. And you're kind of just, I am seeing that you are going to say no to a few people, and you're creating boundaries of where your land is, where people stop. And you're leveling yourself up, because the wands here on the Seven of Wands are lower while you're at a higher elevation. You're going to make a judgment call. You're going to make a judgment call with this Knight of Wands. Someone's returning into your life. Someone's coming out of the dead from your life. Just essentially making a judgment call and starting over. But someone might be coming in trying to spark something new with you. Someone's returning because the judgment is also healing, in order to heal yourself. You're kind of done of listening to information from others, so you're closing your laptop and you're listening to your inner intuition, to your higher angels, to your the higher realm, to your higher self. It's like a higher intuition. And even with the Seven of Wands, like I said, you're in a higher elevation than these people. In December, you will be facing a costly afflictions, loss. Elk, seeking a powerful animal's ethics. Raccoon, watching a clever creature's antics. The back of the deck, we have Pondweed, doubting a growing deception. So definitely when things are coming up again, coming back from your past, don't doubt a growing deception. Like, listen to your intuition. When connect to your hermit energy, when this Wands energy comes in order to make a judgment call of what's best for your higher self. It could be that a message comes in, Knight of Wands, a passionate, trying to start a new spark, and you're closing it out. A message comes on the laptop and you're kind of just reclusing yourself, you're isolating, you're closing your laptop and not wanting to hear from this person, because what's dead is dead, and you can't date the dead. You can't date a corpse. You have to watch out for what's coming out of the trash. Can you really refurbish trash? Making a judgment call on recycling what needs to be put in the trash. Don't try to recycle trash.